This may just be the most wonderful thing I have ever put in my mouth, and I say that.
Oh, that was a good memory.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for getting on Skype with me. How are you?
Trying to keep saying, just like everybody else in the world.
I know you don't know much about what we're doing today, so I'm going to tell you now.
Okay.
I watched all of your videos.
Really?
I compiled a sequence of clips for you to watch, and I was hoping you could provide us some backstory and some fun tidbits.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. I'm excited to watch myself.
No way. No way.
Oh, I look so young. It's like 3 years ago. Man, this is my first Wagyu beef experience in Japan.
Holy cow. Holy cow is right.
I didn't know what a real con was.
And it's grilled right in front of me.
You know Wagyu is expensive, so when you go to a ryokan in Japan, you're allowed to accept their dining option, which we did.
Full piece of meat. I'm just gonna put a little salt on here.
One night was $1,000. And they provided a dinner that included Wagyu, Kobe Wagyu, and this was it.
Rarely am I ever too surprised by food, but I feel like somebody pelted me over the head with a beef bat, and then later I ate that beef bat and I was never the same again.
Okay, my first bite of Wagyu beef. You know what's going through my mind right now? I'm like, all the times I've ever said melting your mouth, this steak melted in my mouth before this, like I was thinking about all those instances. It was just complete lie until this moment. This was my steak reckoning moment. This was the moment I realized that God exists, the food gods exist, and they live in Japan.
The outside feels like beef. Then when you chew it, I swear it was butter.
Like literally catching the first snowflake of winter, except for it tastes like beef.
Is it still one of the best things you've ever eaten? The best steak you've ever eaten?
People always ask me, what's the best thing I've ever had in my life?
And if I had to narrow it down, what the most incredible food experience, I would always pinpoint to the first time I put that Wagyu, A5 Wagyu in my mouth. I'm pretty sure this curry is melting the spoon here. I'm just eating like a whole mouthful. Yep. Oh, this was not a good day. This is not a good week. When you see a chef cooking your food with a gas mask, you should not eat said food.
Oh, you've been watching it. Oh, what have I done? I look so young. Is this why I aged? Because this one meal?
Oh man, that was a bad bite. The owner, that's the owner sitting behind me. He's laughing at me. Did you know I drink the entire restaurant's mango lassi? They ran out of mango lassi because I drank it all. And that sneeze hurt me because I think some of it came out of my nose. That's it. Thank you, sir. There we go. Oh my God, this is definitely the spiciest curry in the world. I'm gonna hang this up because this was not easy. This was not without pain. It was not without tears and sweat and a lot of more pain. Man, I worked hard for this.
Was it spicier than you thought going in?
It was definitely spicier than I thought.
So when I ate it like I don't know, 5-6 years ago before this, it wasn't all that spicy to me. I just had it for dinner. I went in for dinner, I ate it. It wasn't even a challenge to me. But this time I go in and they start using Carolina Reapers. That's a whole different ballgame.
There's a whole aftermath to what happened here.
And I walk out and I'm feeling all right for having finished the challenge. And after I take 5 steps, all of a sudden, like it was like rocket fuel propelled vomit, projectile vomiting, literal Godzilla. Like, cause I was like, oh, and out comes like this bright red, like flame colored substance that just spraying all over everyone's lawn. Finally, it was well enough to drive home. and then basically crawled to the bathroom for the entire day. And literally, like I was just like, I Googled this. I Googled, can someone die from eating spicy food? Because I thought I was dying. And they called me back. He called me like 3 days afterwards. He's like, hey, the Travel Channel's here. They wonder if you want to do that spicy challenge again. I'm like, no. Hell no. Never again.
I tried it.
Yeah, I know you tried it. I know you couldn't finish that. I know you. There's no way you could have finished that.
I think I took like 2 bites and I was done.
Because there's like such a big bowl in front of me. Holy crap. How come that looks bigger now? Did that grow? No. Oh, that was a good day. I finished that baby. Yeah, I did. That was not even hard. I finished it in like half an hour. I'm a little intimidated by this.
Are you kidding me?
I enjoyed that challenge. It wasn't even really a challenge to me. It was like 4 pounds of noodles and meat. So the bark is a lot worse than the bite.
And I was the first winner of this challenge. It was good. I never felt so good because I feel like my body can eat an unlimited amount of pho. I can do it.
So like for a challenge video, how do you prepare yourself?
I'm not a professional food eater. I'm sure they prepare. I don't prepare. I'm hungry, so I just go in there and try to eat it.
I mean, afterwards, I need a lot of alone time, but it got hard when I found a lot of beef tendon and meatballs in the bottom. Where are they coming from? And those are really, really heavy stuff and dense stuff. So when I found a lot of these things, I was like, oh my God, I didn't know there's a lot of these sunk into the bottom. That's when it started getting a little rough.
But at the same time, like after 30 minutes after eating that, I had ice cream.
This will be by far the best ramen place I've ever had in my life. There's the documentary, and there's the man himself. Oh, I like that shirt.
I mean, look at it. Look how I just want to cuddle it and then eat it.
I'm sitting down, so excited. I'm outside again. Don't be early either. This place is crazy because it was a 5-hour wait.
And I got there, I think at like 9 a.m. And you get a ticket and then it'll say like what time to come back by. So I just went to McDonald's and ate before I came here and ate. So I sat at McDonald's for 5 hours.
And after I got my ticket, the guy told me I have to be here at 12:30 sharp. Like, I must be here. Little he knows about me, I'll be here at 12. And then they're like, yeah, you can't stand around here. Thank you. Smooth, perfect ramen. And this is chuka soba. So it's made with wheat. Oh my gosh. That broth, when it's dipped into that broth, it's just full of fish and pork flavor. Yes, fish and pork go well in a broth. Yeah, that was my bite. That was legit. I was like shocked by how good it was. The noodle texture is so springy and chewy. I go in there and I'm filming this. I'm trying to be like as discreet as I can because it's so quiet. And all you hear is just like, and I'm like, this is so good. It's so good. And I'm like right in front of the chef, so I didn't want to be like a jerk, and I didn't want to talk loud. So I'm trying to describe the flavor and try to eat at the same time. I cannot stress enough how flavorful and smoky every single piece of meat is.
So this is the best ramen you've had ever. What is the best ramen place in the States, in your opinion? I
think there's a place that I really like in Los Angeles. I forget the name of it.
Best ramen place in the States.
There's a place that I really like in Los Angeles. Yeah, so it's called Okiboro House of Tsukemen. I feel like this is probably one of the best actual noodles in the US. You know what? How much good are you? If you've never seen Mount Lobster before, here it is. Oh, okay. This is the oh my God, this is that was expensive. This was one of the most expensive meals I've ever paid for. And right here, when I'm holding up the lobster, that was tough for me. Each one was like close to, I think over 25 pounds. Literally
the craziest thing I've ever done.
You know, it's not the weight, it's just slippery. And when I saw this thing where they brought it out, they needed 2 people to bring out this mountain. This was a 50-pound lobster tower.
And enjoy or scared the crap out of me. This both impresses and frightens me and makes me hungry at the same time. Those are really confusing feelings.
Originally, I was getting the 25-pound, and they were like, then the restaurant owner was like, no, you need a 30-pound. That's way more impressive. I'm like, bring on the 30-pound, even though it was like, I think $800 US for that.
But that did feed everyone on the table. And then I took it out to a meetup and I gave it to people on the streets.
Well, look at it. I mean, it's lobster. Yo, whoever gives you lobster, as long as it doesn't look like it fell onto, into a sewage pipe, you eat the lobster, okay?
So if somebody gave you lobster on the street, you would take it?
I would smell it first.
And then I would take it.
What did it feel like when you first went into the restaurant?
First of all, I mean, I'd never seen lobsters that big in my life. I know big lobsters exist, but I've never been so close to one of these monstrosities. And just holding it, it was like, I cannot believe I'm doing this right now. It was like a surreal experience.
The mountain was so big.
You couldn't see me, right?
Like, how much were you able to put a dent into it?
I feel like myself, I ate at least 4 or 5 regular-sized lobsters.
That was an expensive video to make.
99% of the time, this is why I don't tell restaurants I'm going in usually, so they don't, the owners doesn't hover near me and be like, oh, hey, oh, you didn't like that? Oh, hey, you shouldn't say that about. So I don't want any of that. I want my review to be completely authentic, so.
And this, they wouldn't, I mean, obviously this thing, that's $1,000, nah, they wouldn't comp something like that.
I think that's the end of the video, right?
Yep, that's it.
Well, that was really fun. Thanks for having me. Hopefully you are keeping safe and sane. And if you want to see more of my videos, more of my adventures, Strictly Dumpling, my vlog channel, you can watch me on Facebook. All the links are, I think, are going to be provided down below. So thanks for having me.